School closures are one of the most visible negative effects of the coronavirus pandemic on young people. UNESCO says education of at least 1.5 billion pupils in 190 countries has so far been affected, and that's 90% of the world's school-age children. Correspondent Kelechi Mekalan tells us some Nigerian children have opted for learning IT skills amid this pandemic.
10-year-old Miguel Nwabugu and his brother are perfecting their tech skills. For the past 3 months, the siblings have been taking online classes to build their IT knowledge. That's alongside their regular online schooling. Schools have been shut since the start of the coronavirus pandemic, and 5th grader Miguel is now using this time to flex his tech muscles.
While the pandemic has happened, so far online lessons I have learned website designing and app developing. Okay, I was taught how to make websites using WordPress, and I was taught how to make app developing using MIT App Developer. I've been doing well on my online lessons, and the only problem is just that I don't get to see my friends and socialize with them.
Well, I'm looking into the future as a father and as to my kids, and I feel it's good for them to have IT knowledge, given where the world is going. So that informed my decision to, make them to have this IT knowledge so that they can fit into the future.
Nigeria is among the fastest growing tech hubs on the continent, but it's been slow to translate this into tangible impact for the ordinary citizens. ICT entrepreneur Chinenye Ude is one of those looking to close this gap. Her action-based learning center focuses on budding young minds, and the switch to virtual learning has opened up more opportunities for kids beyond Nigeria.
Now we've moved digitally, and in the digital space is a global space, it's limitless. Now we can reach people across the world. As of today, we have kids coding, taking our courses from California, Canada, USA, South Africa, Zambia, Uganda on our platform. So we are generating more revenue than when we were just in our space. So we are creating more income, empowering more teachers to gain employment, because right now we are calling on those that have the skill to be able to deliver coding skills, web development. So teachers are not left out. They can teach in their schools, have their project, but also make money by delivering courses online anywhere they are.
According to the National Bureau of Statistics, Nigeria's technology sector contributed 13.85% to the national GDP in 2019, a rise from 11.22% in 2018. As the nation looks to diversify its economy from oil dependence, many believe that preparing the younger generation for a digital future is a step in the right direction.
Coming up, African stories. Sudan government rebel groups enter final phase of peace talks. And later, international news. Even amid COVID-19, America's gun violence increases.
You are watching ANN.
Hey, tell them. They told me you are the best around here.
What can I do for you, sir?
I want my own very, very simple. I don't want any shine. If I see any shine.
Actually, I'd love some sequins on my skirt. And I don't like any frills. I beg, I want frills on mine. But it must not be too tight.
Tight! That tight now, that is what I want. And the transition.
Oh, you know what? I want a gown. Me too. I want to come to
You know what DMS are doing? Hey, did you capture all the information?
Of course not.
Actually.
Fantastic!
I give my customers what they love because everyone has their unique style. So why should they wear the same thing? Just like MTN for me, which gives unique data and recharge offers just the way you like it. Just dial *121# and turn up great offers every day.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
Welcome back. This is ANN News. Ghana is marching forward with plans to hold its general elections in December despite the coronavirus pandemic. It had made efforts to compile a new voters register in April, but COVID-19 disrupted those plans, and now some opposition parties are not on board on the idea of a new voters roll. Nabi Ahmed Rufai has the details.
A race against time to compile Ghana's new voters register. The process was to begin in April, but it was postponed when the country was locked down due to the coronavirus pandemic. As the government eases restrictions, the Electoral Commission now has an uphill task to make the electoral roll ready before the December polls. At the registration centers, safety measures including the wearing of face masks are being enforced to prevent the spread of COVID-19.
Nobody would like to risk his life into any unnecessary, unfortunate, whatever circumstances. So everybody is taking precaution.
Compliance with physical distancing at voter registration centers has become a major challenge, something health experts say could lead to a further spread of the virus.
We are aware that some of us would prefer that we wait for the end of the pandemic before carrying out our processes such as this one. Others believe that since the virus may linger into long term, we must find ways to stay safe while engaging in our normal business. The latter view seems largely to reflect the global approach.
Despite the risk of compiling a new voters roll amid the pandemic, the Electoral Commission says it needs it to conduct credible elections. The Electoral Commission plans to register more than 15 million voters by August, but political analysts say it will be difficult to meet that target due to the risks posed by the coronavirus pandemic. The main opposition party, the National Democratic Congress, was against the compilation of a new voters register. The party argued the old register was fit for purpose and that compiling a new one would be too costly to the state. However, after losing a court battle over the issue against the Electoral Commission, it has now urged its followers to participate in the voter registration exercise.
So far so good, everything is going on smoothly and people are registering. I was here around 5:15. Now when I was sitting 10-15 minutes later, people started coming, and as we see, today is a working day too.
Ghana has yet to flatten the curve of coronavirus infections, which keep rising by the day. But the government says it will go ahead to conduct the elections in December after compiling the voters register.